You're on the Calm Train, and this is TheraRadio at ofthera.com.
2 minutes 5 p.m. on a cool Wednesday evening, late afternoon, 30th of July. This is Imran Siddiqui coming at you live from Washington, D.C. And we're on the Calm Train.
The Calm Train.
You're listening to The Calm Train on TheraRadio at offthera.com.
And I'll be with you until 7 p.m. DC time, US Eastern Standard Time. Just playing some live jazz music. Produced by Imran Siddiqui, available worldwide and at offthera.com and va107.com. I hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, evening, morning, wherever you're at, whatever time you're listening, whatever platform. This is going to be the last of the jazz series on the Calm Train. I started with nothing in mind. Did the first one turn into 12? This is the 12th. And before I release it online on different platforms, I just wanted to play it out and see how it goes. These are all unmastered tracks, but I will just do 12 of them and then move on to something different. Life is about changing, and that's what we're talking about today. Change, man. va107.com. The Calm Train with Imran Siddiqui. Name is kind of weird, but the music is cool. Offthera.com.
You're on the comm train, and this is TheraRadio out of Thera.com.
And you're with Imran Siddiqui at 7 minutes past 5 p.m. in Washington, D.C. You're on the comm train. This is how it used to be back in the 80s or 90s. Probably you guys don't remember. But this is how it used to be. Just, a train driver driving a train on the airwaves, playing music, and less talk and more music. It was less commercial at that time, like how it is. It's so full of crap. But change, that's what we're talking about. Change. What is change? Well, change is the process of becoming different. It can be internal, like a shift in mindset, belief, or habit. Or it can be external, such as a new job, a new gig, relationship, or environment. And change can be voluntary or forced, gradual or sudden, welcome or feared. But regardless of its nature, change is inevitable. An essential part of growth and progress, wouldn't you agree? And if you don't, well, at its core, change is a bridge between where we are and where we want to be. Like this bridge right there, the train's crossing it. Essential part of growth and progress. That's for sure. It challenges our comfort zones and offers opportunities for transformation, improvement, and renewal. Like a breath of fresh air, man. But change could be bad too. I mean, what about changes in government? Yeah. By the way, government is mind control. Yeah, it's coming from the root word of govern, which is to control, and mente, which is mind. So they're controlling your mind, man. But we love the change, yeah? Everybody wants to change a couple of few years, bring in a new party to run you. Well, this comm train is running on a different kind of power, and it's chugging along from New York City to Washington, D.C. and back with Imran Siddiqui at 10 minutes 5 p.m. in D.C. This is the comm train on VA107.com.
Com Train on TheraRadio out of Thera.com.
Live from Washington, D.C., this is the Com Train with Imran Siddiqui, streaming, broadcasting, whatever you want to call it, live on va107.com and offthera.com. Talking about change, inevitable, powerful, transformational. Change is the process of becoming different internally or externally. It challenges our comfort zones and offers opportunities for transformation, improvement, and renewal. Fresh air, changing seasons. Yeah, man, we need that. Probably that's why I like the Com Train, because it just, if you notice, continuously the scenes keep changing. I mean, they remain the same because the route is the same. Do you get it? It's such a metaphor to life. But there's a constant shift, there's a constant change happening, which makes it probably watchable. I mean, what would you do if you're sitting in a train ride? That's what I'm doing right now. Pondering on what would be the best ways to change, because I'm in the process of changing myself. Well, the first would be set clear goals. Clearly define what you want to change and why. Without a direction, change becomes chaotic. So use the SMART method. SMART. S-M-A-R-T. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. Other than that, we're just bullshitting ourselves. Nothing's going to change like that. Change needs consistency, persistence, hard work, and above all, you need the will of God for it to occur. So start small. Big change begins with small, consistent steps. Trying to overhaul everything at once often leads to burnout or failure. And you land on your ass. But small wins, they build momentum. And as always, after the show, the article will be available for anyone interested to read. That can help them change, maybe, if they want to. If they don't, then sure, do whatever you want. But if you want to change, then adapt a growth mindset. Believe that you can learn and improve over time. Don't give up. Mistakes aren't failures. They're stepping stones toward change. Embrace learning as part of the journey. And just take it easy and let the change take place by itself. Number 4, create a routine. Change becomes easier when integrated into daily habits. Whether it's 10 minutes of exercise, daily reading, gratitude, giving, which is prayer, journaling. Consistency builds change, and then it becomes permanent. This is the Com Train, which is not permanent, till 7 p.m. DC. You're with Imran Siddiqui out of Thera.com.
This is The Calm Train. OffThera.com.
Relax. Take a deep breath. Exhale. With TheraRadio. On TheraRadio.
Agents of Healing. To TheraRadio. On TheraRadio.
The Calm Train at OffThera.com.
Calm Train with Thera on TheraRadio.
Six minutes past 5 p.m. in Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas. This is the Calm Train with Imran Siddiqui on TheraRadio.com, TheraRadio, VA107.com. Playing original smooth jazz by, of course, by me. I wouldn't want to play anyone else's stuff anyways. And since I got back to music about 4 or 5 years ago, I haven't listened to anyone else. I don't feel like it. I got 9 different sounds that I can listen to of my own that I can just listen to, shifting moods and changing moods. And here, that's why I'm talking about change today. That's why the word of the day today is change. Which is inevitable. You can't stop it. It will be uncomfortable. But that's where the best part comes in. Because at its core, change is that bridge between where we are and where we want to be. It challenges our comfort, of course, but it offers opportunities at the same time for transformation, improvement, and renewal. That's pretty cool. So how do you achieve it? It's so easy. Just sit and talk about it. But doing the show is really cool for me because I used to do this 35 years ago in the Philippines at a jazz radio station. It's taking me back there, sitting in that booth, and right now I can look out the window and see all these cars and trees and traffic moving and wind blowing, and I'm just sitting here going on air like this, taking me back in time. Well, again, change came in, right? But you got to see what is stopping you. You need to eliminate excuses. Be honest about what's holding you back.
Listening to the Calm Train on TheraRadio at Thera.com.
Number 6, eliminate excuses. Be honest about what's holding you back. Excuses are often fears in disguise. Identify and confront them directly, head on. And then track progress. Measure your progress regularly so that you know where you're standing. If you're trying to make that change. If you're not, you just, stay still. Look at shit. Stay still. Rivers move and change. But embrace discomfort. Change is uncomfortable. Accept that. Discomfort is a sign you're growing. Learn to sit with it. Look at this guy, just sitting with it rather than run from it. You're on the Calm Train with Imran Siddiqui Coming at you live from Washington, D.C. on VA 107.
This is TheraRadio, and you're listening to the Calm Train on Thera.com.
You're listening to TheraRadio out of Thera.com, and you're on the Calm Train. I'm your train driver, Imran Siddiqui, with a weird sounding name, but playing cool music. Smooth jazz on a cool Wednesday afternoon, 36 minutes past 5 p.m. in Washington. And we're chugging along, Washington, D.C. to New York City and back. And we're talking about change today, and there's a change of plan. I'll be with you until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're talking about change, which is the process of becoming different. It can be internal, like a shift in mindset, belief, or habit, or external, such as a new gig, relationship, or environment. Change can be voluntary or forced, gradual or sudden, welcome or feared, but regardless of its nature, change is inevitable and an essential part of growth and progress, man. Yeah, easy to talk, but how do you bring that in your daily life? How about a morning intention setting? Begin your day by choosing one small thing to do differently, like skipping negative self-talk or being kinder in traffic. You know, the first one, like skipping negative self-talk, I need this. Kinder in traffic, it just goes up and down. It changes for me, but I need to do more. So practicing gratitude comes handy. Gratitude can shift your perspective and slowly change your attitude toward life, relationships, and challenges. How about learning something new? Like today, I'm not gonna bullshit. I'll just say the truth. And how about, like, I don't know, try a new recipe, try ride a bicycle, or take a different route, you know. Do something, you know, daily. You know, daily novelty stimulates growth and openness to change. And declutter. Declutter one thing daily, man. I mean, I got a lot of work to do on that one. Clean out one drawer, one file, or one thought that no longer serves you or your interest. No longer is good for you. This promotes mental and physical clarity. How about changing how we react? How about instead of reacting, respond? This one's for me. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, pause and choose a different, more constructive response. That's powerful daily change. You're on VA 107, TheraRadio out of Thera.com.
The Calm Train at Opthera.com on VA 107.
the Com Train on TheraRadio at ofthera.com.
You're listening to the Com Train on TheraRadio at ofthera.com.
Com Train, and this is TheraRadio out of Thera.com.
You're on the Com Train with Imran Siddiqui, coming at you live from Washington, D.C. Talking about change, the process of becoming different. It can be internal or external. Change is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. It challenges our comfort zones and offers opportunities for transformation, improvement, and, importantly, renewal. Otherwise, you feel like stagnant, decayed, almost dead. But it is inevitable. So embrace it. So how do we apply that in our daily lives? Change should become more accepting. Declutter. Number 4, declutter one thing daily. Clean out one drawer, one file, one thought. Change how you react. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, pause. Choose a different, more constructive response. That's powerful change. Digital detox. Just imagine, people can't live without their phones for a minute. That shows that we're addicted. So we need to detox. Take 10-15 minutes daily without screen time. I mean, I should say more. This rewires your focus, attention, and mental well-being. Health habits, man. I need to make that change. Make a change in how you connect with people. How about just texting? Instead of just texting them, just go. If it's possible, just go and meet them. Hang out, man.
This is TheraRadio, broadcasting therapeutic sounds 24/7 on TheraRadio.com.
How about this one? Instead of criticizing or staying silent, how about compliment someone on something? You don't have to kiss ass. Just a simple compliment would just do it. Small changes build better relationships. Number 10, one of my favorites. Evening reflection. Like right now. It's 6 o'clock on the dot in Washington, D.C. You're on the Com Train. Before sleeping, reflect. What did I change today? What felt different? What did I learn? This anchors the change mindset. But change is nothing to fear, man. Fear God. Change is something to harness. Be it changing how you think, how you live, how you feel, how you treat other people. Most of all, what is your relationship with God? How do you treat Him? Look at how He takes care of you. Every small shift shapes your future. The key is intention. Persistence and embracing the uncomfortable parts. So use change like a daily tool, not as a threat. Use change as your path to transformation, to what God wanted you to be. Serve Him exclusively. You've been listening to The Calm Train with Imran Siddiqui on TheraRadio. A lot more streaming on TheraRadio.com and VA107.com. Until next time, this has been a pleasure. Playing my original music for you guys. Have a good day ahead. Peace, everyone.
The Calm Train at Opthera.com on VA 107.
This is TheraRadio, broadcasting therapeutic sounds 24/7.